You're listening to Swinger University with Ed and Phoebe. Bringing you sexy lessons for sexy fun. Here are your hosts, Ed and Phoebe.
Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Ed.
And this is Phoebe.
At Swinger University. Today we have a guest speaker, Alexa, our first unicorn, on the show. She will be sharing how she got started swinging, provide advice for the lifestyle, sharing some experiences and advice, as well as some fun stories. Remember to subscribe to our podcast, email us questions, rate and review us on iTunes, and if you would like to support us directly, we have started a Patreon account. We'd appreciate any support you would like to contribute. Please welcome our special guest, Alexa.
Hello.
Hello, Alexa. Welcome to our lair.
All right. So, Miss Alexa, you are a unicorn.
I am.
And how did you get started?
First story. Recently single and was fucking a man. Wanted a girl to join us. So he said, find one. How do you find a girl? I don't know how to find a girl. So I was getting my hair done and I asked my hairdresser,
Oh.
do you know where I can find a girl? She's all, what for? So I tell her. And her question to me was, did I tell you I was a swinger?
What?
Wow.
True story.
No shit.
Just
So the
walked right
conversation
in.
ensued about sites and logging on, and she's like, this is what you can expect. Go home and just join. You'll love it, I swear. So I did. The rest is history. But
Which hair salon was this?
Not telling you.
I need my hair cut.
I never did find a girl, though. So, found a lot of men, but never did find a girl.
God, the luck of that.
That's awesome.
And that was here in this area?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
And
God.
yes, she still does my hair.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Very cool.
Very cool.
We swear most people are like one nudge away from the lifestyle. And we've seen it over and over again with a bunch of vanilla people going, oh, we were playing in a hot tub once.
Mm-hmm.
Funny things happen in hot tubs.
Yes.
And apparently in hair salons.
Not directly in the salon,
But you find out about
but I
good
found out
things.
about it in the salon. Yes.
And so this all started about, what, 10 years ago? 8?
Yeah, about 8 years ago. Recently single. Like, very recently single. So,
Okay. So, never found a girl, but you got on the websites, and so off you go. So you're exploring. And then what did you find? What were you looking for?
I was looking for any man that I found attractive and that was nice to me.
Yeah.
And my email blew up. Yeah. Blew up. I still remember the first one I met. He was super cool, super nice. Went to breakfast, made out in my car in the parking lot. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Invited him back to my house the next day. Because my girlfriend was like, don't invite him back to your house. You have to meet him first. Get to know him first.
Right.
No, I threw that shit to the wind. I invited him to my house the next day, and we saw each other probably twice a week for a good 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, he was super cool. Super nice.
That's awesome.
Super hot.
Now, was he a single male?
He was a single male.
Oh.
Yep.
So the swinger site kind of turned into a dating site.
For me,
Sort of,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's like friends with benefits.
Good benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very cool.
Wait, what happened to him?
As with most, they just kind of fall off after 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, you're like,
Things
it's just the
change.
same thing, nothing new. Most
Right.
swingers like the strange, the new, the random. So after a couple of years, we just kind of fell out. We tried to hook up again, and
No.
it just wasn't there.
Yeah.
So on with another one.
Right. On with the next.
On to the next. Yes.
Next.
That's fun. Okay. So this has been about 10 years now. On with the next. And so then your experiences are mostly with who? Couples or singles?
Single males. I have great friends that are couples,
Right.
but I'm not a bi female,
Right.
which is kind of a prerequisite if you want a singles to join couples.
Right.
But I'm not bi, so they have rules. Couples have rules sometimes that you have to be bi because the woman wants to play with the other woman.
Right.
Me, I just want the man.
Right.
So that doesn't really gel.
Because usually it's the man likes to watch the wife with the other woman, and it's safe because it's woman on woman and not necessarily the man's interacting so much with the new woman. It's more of a soft swap watch type of scenario.
Yes.
Got it.
So not really fun if you're not bi.
Right. This makes a lot of sense now.
Right. But once in a while, you'll get a wife that is super cool,
Yep.
that you get along with, and they're like,
Take them.
take my husband. Because they trust you. At least I put that vibe out. I'm not here to interfere in your marriage.
Right.
I'm just here to fuck your husband and then go. So it works.
So how often do you run into couples that have that, hall pass type of scenario that they set up in their marriage?
Not very often. Not very often. It used to be a little bit more because I was higher rotation. I'm not super high rotation now, but there's been a few times where they've handed him over. One lady had surgery. She
Yeah.
was like, you're going to have to do something. Help me out here because
Right.
he's,
Please,
he's
take-
crabby.
Take control of him for a little while.
Please fuck my husband. So, okay. But most of the time, it's single males.
Yeah. But so what about males who are traveling on a hall pass that come to the area? Do you find a lot of that?
If they email me, like through the sites,
Right.
if they email me, most of the time they say they're single, and I highly suspect that they're married,
Right.
which means they're not telling the truth, and I'm not a big
Right.
fan of that.
Right.
I don't care, but I would rather you be honest,
Right.
because if you can lie to me about not being married or being married, what else are you lying to me about?
Right.
I don't appreciate that.
Right.
So it's not my problem. It's not my thing. If you're married, I'm cool with that. But I would rather be told the truth.
Yeah.
But they do contact me if they're going through town, and I've met a couple of single males traveling through town. And they always say, hey, if I come back through, can we get together? And absolutely. You see them once every quarter. Kind of fun to get something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always hear about that couples that travel a lot, or one partner travels a lot, and they have that hall pass scenario set up.
Right. The whole business trip enjoyment,
Yep.
business and pleasure thing.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. There are, though, males that you'll see a couple's profile on a site, and the male always has a hall pass, and it's highly suspect. So it's basically a single male saying he's a couple, but that his wife never wants to play.
Right.
It's easier to get female attention if you're a couple, I think. So you pose as a couple even though you're a single male.
Yeah.
Not cool. There's a couple of them that I've run across, and I just avoid that situation at all cost.
Do you have any clues into that so other people can spot it?
It's if they post booty calls or hot dates or whatever they're called, and he's always hall pass. Always hall pass. Because they can fake female pictures on profiles,
Sure.
pretend to be a couple. But if they're 99.9% of the time hall pass, they're single.
There you go.
So it sounds like to be a true unicorn, you have to be bi, which I never really thought of until now.
I
Well, at
guess
least
I'm not a unicorn.
It changes the dynamic at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are women who like to watch their husband have sex with other people, and so that would certainly work, but it's just a different dynamic.
Yes.
Yeah.
That dynamic is rare. I don't think I've ever run across more than one or two where the wife is like, I want to watch you fuck my husband.
Right. That's
I've
not
never,
typical.
just a couple of different times.
Yeah. We've probably run into two couples where I could see that personality or that dynamic happening. One I know for sure. That couple, she's like, yeah, go out, go have a good time. She sent her husband to go comfort her friend. She was like, boo-hoo, and she's like, please go take care of my friend. She needs somebody.
Right?
And
if you don't feel threatened and you know this person,
yeah.
Right.
And
mean,
so off he
perfect.
went, and they had a good time, and she was totally great with it, and it was like a public service.
Win-win.
there you
It was a
go.
win-win for everybody.
It's a goodwill mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So finding couples with that dynamic that works best is a bit challenging on the websites, it sounds like, on these dating sites, unless they specifically call that out.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
So what now?
Single males. They're easy to get.
Yeah.
It's like fishing in a barrel.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're easy to get, but you still have to be super careful because, like I said, some of them, they say there's something they're not.
Right.
They say they're super dominant, and that's what I'm looking for. I love a dominant male.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not.
Right.
They show up or they don't act like they are. So you really do have to kind of vet them or weed them out. Definitely meet them in a public place.
Yeah.
Ask for pictures before you meet so that you know who you're meeting.
Yep.
If they show up and they don't look anything like their pictures, red flag.
Do you have them do the type of picture where you say, send me a photo while you're holding a red pencil?
I have.
Mm-hmm.
I have. Or I'll tell them to take a picture holding up your thumb and your pinky, or something
Right.
that somebody's not going to have that picture in their spank bank. It's not
Right.
going to be there. So sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. So most of the time they're on the up and up. I think I have a really good gut feeling about people. So we'll chat for a while on Kik, or I don't give out my phone number. Highly suggest not giving out your phone number. I have a burner number,
Yeah.
throwdown number, whatever you want to call it, a Google number
Right.
with a different area code.
Nice.
That's a good idea.
So
Super stealth.
Uh-huh.
super
Love
sleek.
that.
Yeah.
Also, very good tip for people that need to be very private based on their career
Oh,
or the area they live
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially single females.
in. Mm-hmm.
You give me a phone number, even a first name, and maybe I think I know your last name, I can probably find out where you live.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder of the internet.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, Google's pretty amazing in terms of finding people and finding out about things.
yeah.
So then how would you interview a dominant male? Would you ask him certain questions? How would you know that he's got that thing that you're looking for?
The way he talks to me.
Yeah.
Dominant males have a very direct way of communicating.
Yeah.
Other people are like, so What do you want to do Friday night? Oh, no. If you're dominant, you're going to tell me what I'm doing Friday night.
Right.
So you can see by the way they talk to you
Yes.
kind of where they register in the dominant scale.
Right.
If they ask a lot of questions, probably not.
Yep.
If they tell you a lot of things, okay, maybe. And then you can always ask for pictures or tell me about one of your experiences. You know, how did it go?
Yeah.
What did it happen? And you can tell.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I'm learning stuff.
You certainly are.
Ed,
Not
Tell-
a dominant male.
tell me what you want to do.
I'm
to
a
me.
lover, not a fighter.
There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. I am female. I don't need to be smacked and flogged all the time.
Just
Right?
some of the time.
Just some of the time.
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
Yeah, I only play dominant when it's for play.
That's okay too.
A little flogging here and there.
I couldn't do it 100% of the time. There are people that are submissive all the time.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
It's
That is their life.
yeah, it's almost beyond a lifestyle and become kind of like a core piece of their whole daily ritual even.
Yep. Yes. From morning till evening, even. Yeah.
That's right. When I come home, I want my slippers, my smoking
Yes.
jacket, and
Yep.
you in the submissive position.
In your collar with your leash.
Yes. Yes.
I'll be home at 5. I expect you to be exactly where I need you.
Okay, sir.
This might work out.
Your drink's empty. Can I get you another?
So much fun.
Yes, it is.
So regulars and one-timers, I would imagine they, come and go as people change and tastes change and life changes and
Exactly. I like repeat offenders, as I call them. Just because the first time is, well, my rule is you have to do it at least twice, no matter what it is. Because the first time it's always going to be a little awkward.
Right.
So then the second time the awkward is over, now you're just trying to figure each other out. So if the second time is good, keep going.
Right.
It's only going to get better. But things happen. People move. People get married. You just kind of get used to each other, and then it's not fun anymore.
right.
But I prefer regulars, but every once in a while, a new one is nice. Yeah.
We do the same, where we have that same perspective or mentality. The first time isn't always great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors that play into that.
Sure.
And so we always give couples a second chance if it wasn't great
Nerves,
the first time.
situation, just an off night.
Yeah.
Now, first impressions count.
Sure.
And definitely if it doesn't look like you're trying, that doesn't bode
Right.
well. But yeah, we'll usually give somebody a second chance or even a third chance, depending on the situation. Sometimes it can be really obvious that it was off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if it's a total bomb, you know.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, there are some things that you don't want to see or do again. And you know
Right.
on the first time if that's just going to be a no-fly zone from now on. So you can tell. You can totally tell. Especially if, like I say, I want to see the candy before I get in the van. So if you know the candy ain't good, why do it again?
There is always that.
Love that phrase. I'm so gonna use that. So gonna use
You
that.
can
I'm stealing it.
steal it.
I'm stealing it, Alexa.
Yep.
All right. So, do you find that there's any types of rules that you adhere by, or other people adhere by?
There's
Or
always
want.
rules. I mean, for me, I always ask about the elephant in the room. When was the last time you were tested?
Yeah. For wait, what are you STDs and AIDS? Anything? All of the above?
Yes, but I mean, it's a general question, but when was the last
Yeah.
time you were tested? And most people will be like, oh, 2 months ago and everything was negative. Okay, what'd you get tested for? I find that people who dodge those questions probably have a story.
Right.
Right.
Do I want to find out what it is? No. But people who are open and say, yes, I get tested every 3 months, everything's always negative, everything's always good. Okay, continue our conversation. The other one is protection,
Right.
because people try to slide that in.
Literally.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, condoms. And if there's a falter there, they're like on the fence, and I don't want to be on that fence. So, there's that.
So, do you carry condoms in case they don't come with one? Or if they don't come with one, do you get pissed and go, no?
I always carry my own in a plethora of sizes and brands.
Perfect.
And my own lube, because
Yeah.
as women, we all know all the different
Yes.
biology classes we've taken. Carry your own lube.
Yeah.
That way there's no question.
Yep. I agree. And I'm going to have an entire podcast on lube.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I've done a ton of research on lube.
We all have our favorite.
Yep. We do.
I have my favorite. You have your favorite.
Yes.
Yes.
And we've pretty much tried, I think, everyone that's ever been produced or marketed at this point. Mm-hmm. A lot of them.
Are you going to do a spoiler on what your favorite is?
My favorite is, I forget the full. It's good. I want to say I always call it Good Times. It's not Good Times.
It's pretty much always good times.
It's good.
I think
What?
it's Good Lube.
Good lube.
Good lube?
And the Uber Lube is the other one that we've
That's my favorite.
Right.
had.
And I
pretty good
know
luck
a
with.
lot of people that like it. Ed likes it because it's. Why do you like it?
Which one? Uber Lube or the Good Lube?
Why do you like Uber Lube?
Uber Lube it's slippery, but it's also got a little bit of
Natural feel?
texture to it.
Oh, texture.
So it gives a little bit more friction.
Ah, yes.
Kind of grabs a little bit more.
And
That's my favorite. Uber is my favorite.
Right. And I don't like it for that reason because it's not slippery enough or sloppy enough, I guess. Which is the same reason some women don't like the lube that I like. So, but I also am going to go into other reasons that I like the lube and why I like it and why I don't like it, because it does different things to your body as far as moisture. So the silicone based lubes, albeit Uber Lube is the best one in my opinion out there, it doesn't hydrate your cells. So if you want something that's going to hydrate your cells, that's why I like
Have
the
to make
good
sure
lube.
we listen to that one then.
Yeah, I go into all kinds of scientific stuff of osmolality and pH values, etc., etc. It's very.
It's going to be mind-blowing.
It's gonna be bam.
It's going to be
She's
awesome.
done some work.
Oh, yeah. A lot of research on that.
Osmolality. I said it wrong. Osmolality.
So your rules, you've kind of gone through those, and you've talked about couples and couples interactions. How about some of the pros of the lifestyle?
Personally, the pros. It gives you self-confidence.
Oh, yeah.
When people approach you because they want to get to know you, it's kind of a self-confidence boost. You meet some really nice people. You may meet your mate. There is that. With the single male in the lifestyle. You also get to meet other great people like Ed and Phoebe.
Oh.
So I have a lot of friends that I do non-lifestyle stuff with. So that's a big pro for me. That I've met some great people. And the sex.
So the sex has been good?
That's a hella pro. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good sex is always nice to have.
Yes. And when you meet people that bring something different to the table, I wasn't a squirter when I first started. I didn't know what that was. I thought it was something you did with your car and washing it. You squirt water on it. I didn't know. And I was with a single male, and he asked me about it, and I had no idea what it was. Turns out,
Ta-da!
ta-da! Right? Everybody brings something different to the table.
Yes.
And you find out new things that you like, things that you don't, things that you want to do again, things that you only do with that person.
Right.
It's a trust level, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
can see
buffet. You get to sample different things.
Mm-hmm.
You never get the same thing twice. Every
Right.
buffet is different.
Yep, never the same thing twice, or never not the same way twice. It's always a little different.
I totally get the only things that you do with that one person and nobody else because of the trust level. That makes sense.
Especially in the Dom sub.
Right.
You're trusting him with a lot.
Yeah.
Just flogging. You can injure your kidneys if you go too high up on your back.
Right.
Right.
If you don't know what you're doing, you could seriously hurt somebody. If you're into choking, you could crush somebody's windpipe if you
Right.
don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Just so many things.
Right.
So it's a trust level.
Yeah.
And if you don't trust somebody, what are you with them for?
True. True.
Yeah.
All right, we've got some pros. We've got some good sex. How about some cons?
Cons. Sadly, there are some cons. Liars, I think we've covered.
Yep.
People
Right.
who say they're single and they're not. People who say they're something that they're not.
Right.
15-year-old pictures.
Look, yes,
I've
look
seen it.
nothing like what they say they look like.
Right. It's a rock star with six-pack abs, and, they walk in the door and
Fat Elvis.
it went to six packs to the pony keg. What happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just don't look anything like their pictures. Their personality isn't what they were texting, because keyboard competence, as we call it.
Yes.
You can be anything you want to be on the keyboard. So they talk a big game, but when you meet them, they're absolutely not what they were on the keyboard. So that's a con. Single males flake a lot.
Really?
Interesting.
Yes,
I wouldn't. That's surprising.
they do.
Huh.
They'll set up something and then Friday, let's go out Friday. Okay, we'll meet. So I typically will check with them Thursday. Hey, we still on for tomorrow? And usually that's when it starts. Oh, I might have something. Not sure if I'll be able to make it. Okay, well, let me know. And then you don't hear anything after that. Or they just straight don't show. I've had that before. Sat and wait for somebody for an hour at a bar. No show, no answer.
So weird.
Right.
So weird.
So rude.
That too.
Especially since I don't care. I mean, if something comes up,
Yeah.
just let me know. It's really not a big deal.
Right.
Right.
Common courtesy.
Well, and the alternative is you sitting in a bar for an hour waiting for somebody who's not going to show up.
Right. That's so not cool. Plus, girls talk. So if Ed doesn't show up,
Oh, I'll be there.
so Phoebe asks me, hey, do you know this guy Ed? Uh-huh. And he flaked on me. Phoebe is now not going anywhere with Ed.
What?
So, yeah, girls talk. Girls talk a lot about people.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
true.
what you're doing in the bathroom all these times.
Yes. I talked about how much talking goes on in the bathroom and all the great connections in the bathroom.
And apparently, other things are going on in the bathroom too at some of these events.
Yes.
Apparently, swingers like bathrooms.
Probably.
I just prefer the bed in the middle of the room with everybody watching, but hey, that's just me. I'm just crazy like that.
Your body language. She's verbal. I bet that's it.
I should tell you this story. When I had gone back to college to get my degree, my other degree, I'm older. I'm at college with a bunch of hot, young guys walking around. Oh my God. It was, and I was single. So it was incredible. And so I used to sit in the parking garage and I'd masturbate and I'd watch people walking by, and I felt so nasty because I'm like, they have no idea what I'm doing. They have no idea, and they're so close and they can't see me. It was very hot. That was one of my favorite things to do.
Parking garage sex is kind of hot, too.
Watching people have sex?
Parking garage sex.
Oh, that I've only seen videos of that. I would love to see that live.
You never just taken Ed to a parking garage and...
Parking lots. You've done parking lots before.
I have done parking lots. And I think the reason I haven't was when I was married, we went to a secluded area, but apparently it was a well-known lover's lane. And we're naked and I'm riding him and whoop, 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 whoop. Lights are flashing.
Busted.
Oh, yeah. Shining lights in the car window. You're half naked. His dick is out. My pants are off. They're asking us to crawl out of the car. So embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
Oh, my God. They're, give us your license. Why are you so far away from home? What are you doing up here? Blah, blah, blah.
Isn't that kind of obvious? What
Yeah.
you're doing?
Yeah. It was embarrassing.
The best trick is to hide in plain sight. Not that I'm advocating that. PSA.
So,
Hide in plain sight.
between cars? Behind the car?
Just
Okay.
Don't park in some abandoned road someplace, but
don't park in
park
a
where there's
secluded
other
area.
cars.
Okay.
Park, and don't back in. That's silly. Just
Okay.
Third floor, Ardenvere Mall. Back parking. No, I'm just kidding.
Roseville, Galleria. Third floor, corner spot.
There you go.
Yeah, just find something. And don't get completely naked.
Right.
Plausible deniability.
And one of
Yes.
you has to pay attention.
Right. And I would imagine a dress would be the best.
I imagine a dress would be
Access.
best. Yes.
I'm writing all of this down,
Okay, good.
taking notes. Because
If you need me to go and just make sure I'll watch for you, we'll two-way walkie-talkie
need
it
a
or something.
coach.
Yeah.
guide
video-
us through all of
videographer.
those,
I like it.
A
key
videographer.
important tips.
I like this idea.
I got you.
That's fun.
Could be very
Those are some
fun.
of my favorite videos. Are the gas station, videos.
the
they're on the
beach
park.
scenes.
They're on the park bench.
Yeah,
They're
all
next
kinds
to a
of fun
fence.
stuff.
The one-butt bathrooms in the restaurants.
One butt bathrooms.
That's what I call them, a one-butt bathroom. It's like the door and you go in and shut it behind you. Starbucks has one-butt bathrooms.
Oh,
Right.
right.
Or family restrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Have people
Did do it in a family restroom.
people can't ask you.
Apparently, Phoebe's done it in a lot of places.
Did.
I'm gonna have to catch up.
Yeah. Sorry, Ed, that wasn't with you.
I know.
That was fun.
Family restrooms are
at a
my
mall.
favorite. Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, they're my absolute favorite. We're off topic, aren't we?
Oh, yeah,
Whoopsie.
yeah. But see, that was fun. Okay. Rules.
We talked about rules.
We're done with rules?
We're done with rules.
Okay. Pros and cons. Yeah, we did the cons. No one's ever been weird or... Did you ever feel unsafe? Did you...
Yes. I actually got a broken rib. What? Yep. It's a true story. I had, again, with your gut, I should have gone with my gut. I met this guy. He didn't look like his pictures, but sort of kind of looked like his pictures, but not really look like his pictures. I went for it anyway. And we were on the bed. He rolls me sideways and put both his hands on my rib cage and pushed down
Right.
for leverage. And I felt it. Just,
Oh.
yeah. And he was kind of being an ass at that point. Like, there's dominant and then there's dominant ass.
Right.
So I just red X'd him and told him he needed to go. But I had a cracked rib.
Ow.
God. Ow.
Yeah.
So did he leave when you told him to leave, or was that difficult to get him to go?
Luckily, he just got dressed and left. But,
Wow.
I mean, you have to be careful. You can't just have, especially if they're in your house,
Right.
because now they know where you live. If things go poorly, they know where you live.
Right.
So you really have to be careful. Hotels are best. I don't like going to their house because I don't like being on somebody else's turf.
Yes.
I would rather them be at my house
Right.
than
Or your
be
surroundings
vulnerable
are-
in someone else's home.
Right.
I feel safer in my home.
Right.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you're going to meet a single male in public, always tell somebody. Phone a friend. This is who I'm with. This is his phone number. Turn the GPS on your phone. I know I'm kind of going out there, but turn the GPS on your phone, because if he says, "Oh, get in my car. We're going to go to the hotel down the street," and he takes off, at least
Yep.
your GPS is on. Somebody can find you, and your friends know who you're with. If you can get them a license plate
Yeah.
or an address, something, just something like that. Somebody should always know where you are.
This is
These are good tips.
Yes, these are the things I would do when I was single and dating and meeting guys. I did all that. Told a friend,
Yeah.
turned on the GPS. And yeah, there was a couple situations that were kind of sketchy, where he went to take me to my car, but he kept driving, and I'm like, but my car's back there. Where are we going? And he didn't want to drop me off. And so there was an argument in the
Right.
vehicle.
Yeah.
And I said, stop the vehicle right now. Let me out right now. He did, thankfully, but I had to walk a good distance
Yeah.
back to
Wow.
my car. That was scary.
Yeah. You
So-
should always let somebody know
Yeah.
where you are, who you're with. And the 20-minute check on me phone call, or the hour check on me phone call,
Yeah.
something like that,
Right.
just to make sure you're okay. You don't have to do that every time. If I've been with somebody 2 or 3 times,
Right.
I know I'm good. But the first time, yeah, always make sure you're safe.
Very good tips. All right, what else you got for us, Alexa? Anything else? Any stories, safety tips, etc., etc.?
Parties, we didn't really hit on parties, but
Oh yeah. How are the parties? How do you like
as
the
a single
parties?
female going to a party, first of all, you have to be confident enough to walk in by yourself, because as soon as you walk in, everybody's like, single female.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 right?
Dun.
Just know what you're walking into, because there's going to be people there you don't know. People there maybe that you do know. People are going to ask you for stuff. People are going to ask if you want to play. If you're not bi, chick thinks you're bi.
Right.
Now there's a problem. there's always a fight. Guaranteed. If you're trying to get with a male and female, they're going to have an issue at some point, and they're going to get in an argument. At some point in your single female career, you're going to watch a fight with a husband and wife.
Oh my.
You've actually seen them like fight in front of you?
Against my better judgment, he was super cool and she was really nice, and she said, "Oh no, I'm perfectly fine with you coming back to our room." Perfect. And this has been a few years. So I went back. She was going to watch me blow her husband.
Right.
In his stupidity, which is something you should never say to your wife,
Oh.
she should give you lessons, honey.
Oh. Party foul.
Halt. Action right now. She got pissed and kind of got mouthy. He lost all wood. And I'm sitting there. Okay. Get up, awkwardly get dressed. See ya. And leave. I saw them one other time at a party, and she remembered me. Because she was looking at me like,
Yep.
You're that girl.
yeah. So be ready for it, because husbands and wives argue a lot about introducing a single female into their dynamic.
Or just be really bad at sex, and then you won't have any issues.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the wife's like, oh, I'm better than that.
Or just keep your mouth shut as a dude and don't say anything like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that seems so much easier.
Yeah.
It does seem a little easier, but
And that, and that does happen, but
It's how you say it.
or it's not saying it. So it can be communicated verbally. There was a time where there was a guy giving me the best oral I had ever had in my life. And so Ed is over there listening to me, and he's going, holy fuck, what the hell is going on over there, right? So afterwards, he's asking me, okay, what was he doing?
I got the notepad out.
Tell
I'm
me.
taking down notes.
I'm like, okay, it was flat tongue, it was to the side, it was slow, it was... So I'm trying to describe it. I'm trying to remember, because I'm in heaven, right? I'm like,
Right.
I wasn't really taking notes during this experience. I was just in the moment.
exactly.
So I'm trying to go backwards in time and break it down. I go, I think it was this technique or that, but we had fun experimenting. So if you've got that kind of dynamic in your relationship, it's great, but I can understand how just the verbal noises from your other partner could be like, oh, I've never heard her scream like that.
Right.
Oh, I've never heard him say something like that, or
Right.
grunt like that, or oh, my husband's usually silent, but for some reason he's really audible with that woman. I could see how that would affect
Yeah.
your confidence, or kind of make a little twinge, and you go, ooh, that's not me, or that doesn't happen with me. So those are things that occur that you have to have conversations about later.
Yeah.
If they affect you, maybe they don't affect you. Maybe it just really turns you on.
Maybe.
But definitely have that conversation.
Yeah,
Figure it out.
I know.
Be
Bound to
honest.
happen.
For
Mhm.
sure. Yeah.
Well, I've learned a whole lot. If you don't like the candy, don't get in the bus. Wait,
Show
what
them the candy before
Show me
they
the
get into
candy.
the van.
I think
Before I
it's
get in the van.
right. I ain't stupid. I want to see the candy before you get in the van.
we have
for
a
sure.
similar policy. Our kissing tryouts.
Yes.
So if the couple can't kiss,
Oh, that's a rule.
that's pretty much a sign
Yeah.
that they can't. Well, no, that they're not very good at kissing.
Oh, I thought you meant no kiss, because
Well, that too.
Well,
there's the no kissing rule.
Yeah.
We covered rules, but we skipped that one.
Yeah. No
The
kissing.
No kissing rule. The he can't come in your mouth rule.
oh,
Is it
right.
because he can't, or is it because you don't want him to? Because if he can't, yes, he can. If you don't want him to, okay.
different?
Hmm.
Yeah. couples have a lot of rules.
Do you find that they do?
Oh, yeah.
We don't.
With
I don't.
single females. Now, maybe with full swap, no. But when you introduce a single female who's going to be basically servicing your husband,
Right.
there's a lot of rules. For sure. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. Girl, we got to get you a man and get out of this single role thing.
Well, I'm hiring and interviewing,
Okay.
so
All right. Well,
Submit resumes to Swinger University.
attention,
Attention,
Alexa.
We will forward. Actually, no. Before we open ourselves up to just like a flood of emails, just forget everything that I just said.
gee, thanks, Ed.
We'll get.
Send them to Phoebe. She's
we'll
more
get
open.
Some. I know we will. It's going to be awesome.
We're gonna get some. It'll be awesome. Oh my.
Well, anything else you want to ask Miss Alexa?
I think we've covered quite a bit.
I think so too.
Did you have anything that you wanted to throw in at the end?
Oh, no.
Any offers, suggestions?
Well, I just got my offers thrown down, so.
There you go.
Nope.
Fantastic. Well, thank you for appearing on Swinger University, Alexa.
My pleasure. Thanks for inviting me. Super fun.
This was
Yeah.
awesome.
This was great. And we'd had some listeners who were asking about this, so this will help those aspiring unicorns and apparently
Wayward
single
bitches.
males.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Wayward bitches.
Wayward bitches, as our friends refer to them.
I'm one of them. Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for listening.
And thank you for appearing on our show.
My pleasure.
Before you turn off our podcast to take care of all the vanilla things pulling you away, please reach out and give us a review. I am the first to admit that it is much easier to give a 5-star rating, which we appreciate. But if you could take 43 seconds to type a review, we would love it. If you want to share a personal story, ask us questions, or share your comments, please contact us at swingeruniversity@gmail.com or tweet us at swingerupodcast.